Hello, my dear English learners. Welcome back to your favorite place to grow, learn, and become unstoppable. Today, I want you to close your eyes for a moment, yes, just for a moment, and imagine this, a small droplet of water falling on a giant rock. If it falls once, nothing happens. But if it falls every single day, every hour, every minute, over time, that tiny drop can carve through solid stone. This is the power of consistency. And today we begin a story that is about you, your dreams, your struggles, and how you can achieve anything if you just stay consistent. Meet Sarah, just like you. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Sarah. She lived in a small town where people rarely spoke English. She always dreamed of becoming a flight attendant and traveling the world. But there was a big problem. She could barely speak a sentence in English without stuttering or forgetting words. She tried learning from books, apps, videos, but every time she failed, she gave up for weeks, sometimes months. She thought, maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe English is too hard for me. One night, sitting alone in her tiny room, she cried. She felt helpless. She whispered to herself, I wish I could speak English fluently, but I'm too weak to do it. At that very moment, she heard a soft voice in her heart. It said, it's not about being smart. It's about being consistent. She wiped her tears, opened her notebook, and wrote just one line. One step a day, no matter what. The smallest actions matter. The next morning, Sarah woke up and read that line again. She decided to practice just 10 words that day. That's it. Just 10 words, no pressure, no stress. She repeated them while cooking breakfast. She whispered them while sweeping the floor. She said them out loud while looking in the mirror. The next day she did it again, and again, and again. At first she felt silly. 10 words? That's nothing. But after a week, she knew 70 words. After a month, she was comfortable with 300 new words. She started making simple sentences. She felt confident enough to say hello to tourists visiting her town. She realized something powerful. Consistency beats intensity. One huge effort means nothing if you do it once. Small daily steps change your life forever. Why do we give up so easily? Let's pause Sarah's story for a moment and talk about you. Have you ever started learning English and then stopped? Have you ever bought books or joined a course but didn't finish it? Why does this happen? Psychologists say our brain loves comfort. When you try something new, like speaking English, it feels uncomfortable and scary. Your brain tells you, stop, go back, do it tomorrow. And tomorrow becomes next week, next month, next year. But here's the secret. Your brain obeys habits. If you train it to show up daily, even for 5 minutes, it stops resisting. It becomes your new normal. Consistency turns fear into familiarity. Let's make it personal. Today, I want you to promise yourself one thing. One small step every day. Repeat this after me. I will show up. No excuses. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter if you feel shy. It doesn't matter if people laugh at your mistakes. All that matters is that you show up. Open your mouth. Say one word in English, write one sentence, listen to one podcast, watch one short video. Sarah did it. You can too. A challenge for you. Before we end part 1, here's your special challenge. Pick one tiny English habit and do it daily for 7 days. It could be, learn 5 new words every day. Speak in English to yourself for 2 minutes. Write a short diary entry in English. Watch a 5-minute English video and repeat sentences. Don't skip a day, not even one. And come back for part 2, where Sarah's journey will show you the magic that happens when you never break the chain. Remember, a drop of water can carve a mountain. Your small daily effort can carve a fluent English mind. Part 2, Never Break the Chain. Hello, my amazing learners. Welcome back to Part 2 of The Power of Consistency. In Part 1, we met Sarah, an ordinary girl with an extraordinary dream. We learned how tiny daily steps made her unstoppable. Today, we dive deeper. How did she fight her laziness? How did she stay motivated? How did she never break the chain? The magic of habits. Sarah discovered something powerful from a famous comedian named Jerry Seinfeld. He said, "If you want to succeed, don't break the chain." What does it mean? He hung a big calendar on the wall. Every day he wrote jokes, he marked a big red X on that day. After a week, he had a chain of X's. After a month, it was a long chain. He didn't want to break it. It became addictive. Sarah did the same with her English. She drew a calendar and every day she practiced English. She marked a big red X. One day she had a fever. She still learned 5 words. Another day she had guests at home. She still spoke in English for 2 minutes in her room. She never broke the chain. Consistency over motivation. Sarah realized she couldn't trust her motivation. Some days she felt excited. Some days she felt lazy. But habits didn't care about feelings. They cared about repetition. She made her practice so easy that it was impossible to skip. Even on her worst days, she could whisper 3 sentences while brushing her teeth. This is your secret too. Make your English practice too small to fail. Don't promise big things like, "I'll study for 3 hours daily." Instead, promise tiny steps. "I'll speak for 3 minutes. I'll learn 5 words." Big promises fail. Tiny habits win. What happens to your brain? Let's get scientific for a moment. Every time you repeat an action, your brain builds a tiny road, a neural pathway. At first, it's weak, but each repetition makes it stronger and smoother. After weeks or months, your brain does it automatically. This is how babies learn their mother tongue, not in one day, not by big lessons, but by daily repetition. You are not too old. Your brain is not broken. You just need repetition. The fear of mistakes. One day, Sarah gathered courage and spoke English with a tourist. She was so scared, she forgot words. She stammered. The tourist smiled kindly and understood her. Sarah laughed at her mistakes. She didn't feel embarrassed. She knew mistakes are part of the process. Every mistake was proof she was learning. So remember, don't hide from mistakes. Celebrate them. Your challenge. This week, get a calendar. Print it, hang it on your wall. Each day you practice English, mark a big red X. Create your chain, protect it. Be proud of it. Part 3, The Butterfly Breaks Free. Hello, my beautiful English learners. Welcome back to part 3 of our journey, the power of consistency. If you have come this far, I know one thing about you. You are serious about changing your life. You believe in small steps. You believe in showing up every single day. And so does Sarah. In parts 1 and 2, you saw her transform from a shy girl who cried alone in her tiny room into a determined learner who never broke the chain. Today, let's see how consistency did something magical, how it gave Sarah a new identity, a new voice, and the wings to fly high. Becoming a new person. After 3 months of tiny daily habits, Sarah noticed something surprising. She no longer said, "I'm bad at English." She started saying, "I'm learning English." One day, her uncle asked her, "Sarah, what are you doing in your free time these days?" She smiled and replied confidently, "I'm practicing my English every day." This simple sentence made her feel proud. For the first time, she felt like an English speaker, not just a learner. This is what consistency does. It doesn't just teach you words and grammar. It changes who you believe you are. Sarah was no longer a shy village girl. She was a future flight attendant, a traveler, a confident communicator. She wasn't pretending anymore. She was becoming her dream. The secret sauce, identity change. Let's pause here. Many people fail to learn English because they think, "I'm not good at languages. I'm too shy. I'm too old." These are identity labels. They live deep inside your mind. If you try to learn English but still believe, "I'm bad at English," you will always feel like a liar, an imposter. Consistency destroys this lie. When you practice daily, your brain starts saying, "Wait a second, if I do this every day, then I must be the kind of person who learns English." This new identity makes everything easier. It removes guilt, shame, fear. You just do it because it's who you are. Sarah's confidence boost. One evening, a group of tourists visited the small shop where Sarah worked part-time. Her boss usually ignored foreign visitors because he didn't know English. But that day, Sarah stepped forward and said, "Hello, welcome to our shop. How can I help you?" Her heart was beating fast. Her hands were sweating. But the tourists smiled brightly. They asked her for souvenirs and local recommendations. She answered in simple, clear English. Her boss watched with wide eyes. After they left, he said, "Sarah, you're amazing. I didn't know you could speak English so well." Sarah laughed. "I practice every day, sir. Just a little, but every day. Small wins, big courage." That small moment changed Sarah's life forever. She realized people didn't expect perfect English. They just wanted to be understood. They appreciated her effort more than her grammar. This gave her courage to do more. She started helping local tour guides translate for foreign guests. She made an online account and began chatting with people from other countries. She joined a free online English-speaking club. Every step felt scary at first, but her daily practice made her brave enough to try. Your turn, brave steps. Are you waiting to feel perfect before you speak? Stop waiting. Perfect English does not exist. People will forgive your mistakes if they see your heart. So take a tiny brave step today. Comment, "I am an English speaker" below this video. Say hello to a foreigner online. Record your voice reading a short English paragraph. Post a sentence in English on your social media. These small actions build your speaking muscle. Day by day, step by step. Brave moment by brave moment. Consistency through tough times. Let's be real, life is not always easy. Sarah had tough days too. Her father got sick for a month. She had to do extra chores. She had no time for long lessons. Did she stop? No, she whispered 5 sentences to herself while washing dishes. She repeated vocabulary in her head while feeding her father medicine. Consistency doesn't mean doing the same amount every day. It means doing something every day. The compounding effect. One day, a traveler asked Sarah how she learned English so well without expensive courses. She smiled and said, "Every drop counts. 1 drop makes no difference. 1,000 drops make a river." This is called the compound effect, small actions adding up over time. 1 English word a day becomes 365 words a year. 1 sentence a day becomes confidence for life. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week, but underestimate what they can achieve in a year. Sarah's big test. 6 months later, Sarah saw an advertisement for an airline recruitment camp in the city. They needed new flight attendants. English speaking was a must. Old Sarah would have said, "No way. I'll fail." New Sarah said, "I will try. I know I can do this." She prepared her introduction. She practiced interview questions daily. She recorded herself and corrected her pronunciation. On the interview day, her hands trembled, but her voice did not. She spoke slowly, confidently. She smiled at the interviewer. She answered every question honestly. 1 week later, an email arrived. "Congratulations, Sarah. You are selected for training." She screamed with joy. She ran to her parents, hugging them tightly. She had carved her dream out of daily drops of effort. What will you carve? My dear listener, what is your dream? Do you want to get a better job? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to watch movies without subtitles? Do you want to talk to people without fear? You can have it all drop by drop. Consistency is your superpower, your power habit. Before we move to part 4, the final, most powerful chapter, I have a special task for you. Write down your dream in the comments. Write 1 tiny daily habit you will do without fail. Promise yourself, I will not break the chain. The story continues. In part 4, I will share how Sarah used her new consistent mindset not just for English, but to change her health, her finances, and her relationships. You will learn how the power of consistency can make you unstoppable in every area of life. If Sarah can do it, you can do it too. Part 4. Unstoppable Consistency Beyond English. Hello, my amazing English learners. Welcome to the final part of our series, The Power of Consistency. You have come so far with me and with Sarah. You saw a shy, scared girl build her dream, brick by brick, word by word, day by day. But Sarah's story does not end with English. When you master consistency in one part of life, it becomes your secret weapon for everything. So, today I want to show you how Sarah's tiny daily habits transformed her whole life, and how you can do the same. The ripple effect. After Sarah got her job as a flight attendant trainee, she moved to the big city for training. At first, she was nervous. Big buildings, fast people, so many rules. But one thing gave her courage: her daily routine. She still woke up, spoke her morning affirmations, read 5 new English sentences, and listened to podcasts during her bus ride to the training center. One evening, a trainer asked her, "Sarah, you speak with such confidence. How did you learn English so well?" She smiled, one small habit at a time every day. The trainer laughed. "I wish I had your discipline." Sarah thought about it all night. Was it really discipline? Or something else? She realized it was not discipline alone. It was love for her dream. Consistency is not punishment. It is proof that you truly care about your goal. Using consistency in new areas. Sarah wondered, if small habits made me good at English, can they help in other parts of my life too? She decided to experiment. She picked 3 new areas: her health, her savings, her family relationships. Let's see how she did it. 1. Health, 1 glass at a time. Sarah had always felt tired. Fast food, less sleep, and stress made her feel weak during training. One day, she remembered a line from an English podcast: "Health is wealth, 1 sip at a time." So she made 1 small rule: drink 1 extra glass of water daily. Just 1, not 10, not fancy diets. Just water. After 2 weeks, her skin felt fresher. She had more energy. Encouraged by this, she added another tiny habit: 5 minutes of stretching before bed. Soon she was sleeping better. She didn't join an expensive gym or buy weight loss pills. She simply trusted the power of small daily drops. And guess what? 1 year later, Sarah was healthier, more energetic, and looked radiant in her flight attendant uniform. 2 savings, 1 coin at a time. Sarah came from a poor family. Money was always a worry. Even with her new salary, she was scared she'd waste it. So she asked herself, what is the smallest saving habit I can start? Her answer: put 1 coin in a jar every day. She laughed at first. What difference can 1 coin make? But she remembered English. 1 word daily changed her life. 1 glass of water improved her health. Why not money too? So every day she dropped a coin in her jar. One day she added her tips from extra customer service. Another day she saved the change from her lunch. After 6 months, she opened the jar. It was full, enough to buy her mother a small gift, a warm shawl for winter. Her mother's tears of joy showed Sarah that wealth is not always in big paychecks. It's in small acts of daily discipline. 3. Family, 1 smile at a time. Sarah's father used to scold her for spending time learning useless English. They had fights, silent dinners, and hurt feelings. But after she got her airline job, he said, "You proved me wrong, Sarah. I am proud of you." Still, old wounds heal slowly. So Sarah made 1 promise: every day say 1 kind thing to my father. Sometimes it was, "Papa, you look smart in this shirt." Other times it was, "Thank you for your hard work." 1 smile, 1 sentence, daily. Slowly, their relationship healed. They laughed more, argued less, and understood each other better. Sarah learned this truth: consistency can heal hearts too. Consistency is a life skill. Can you see the pattern, my friend? English, 1 word daily. Health, 1 glass daily. Savings, 1 coin daily. Love, 1 kind word daily. This is the superpower nobody teaches us in school. Small actions, done daily, repeated without break. These tiny steps build dreams, money, health, love, and an unshakable self-belief. Sarah's biggest lesson. Years later, Sarah flew to Singapore for work. She stayed in a beautiful hotel, looked at the city lights, and remembered the little room where she cried because she couldn't speak English. She whispered to herself, "Dreams do not come true by magic. They come true drop by drop, habit by habit, day by day." She was no longer the shy girl. She was a confident woman, helping her family, traveling the world, and inspiring others. Your turn, carry the flame. Now, my beautiful listener, Sarah's story is not just a story. It is a mirror. It shows you what you can do. Your life can change with tiny habits. You can become fluent. You can become healthy. You can save money. You can build love and trust. All you need is one secret ingredient: consistency. How to start right now? Here's my final gift to you, a simple plan to carry Sarah's spirit in your own life. 1. Pick one tiny English habit. Example, 5 new words daily, or read 1 paragraph. 2. Pick one tiny health habit. Example, 1 glass of water, or stretch for 2 minutes. 3. Pick one tiny money habit. Example, save your pocket change daily. 4. Pick one tiny love habit. Example, say one kind thing to someone. Stick to these 4 for 30 days. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. Repeat Sarah's words. Say this out loud with me. I am not lazy. I am not weak. I am not unlucky. I am consistent. I am growing. I am unstoppable. Your challenge. Before you leave, please do these 3 things. 1. Comment your one tiny daily habit below. 2. Share this video with one friend who needs hope. 3. Subscribe and stay with me, because here we don't just learn English. We build dreams. The end or a new beginning? This is the end of Sarah's story, but it is the beginning of yours. Carry the power of consistency in your pocket. Speak English fearlessly. Live with hope. And remember, I am always here with you, every video, every lesson, every word, because you matter, because your dreams matter, because you are worth it. Until next time, stay consistent, stay unstoppable, stay beautiful,